Hey guys, the award for biggest slacker on these pregnancy updates goes to this gal right here. Just noticed I haven't done a video in 9.5 weeks, so a lot has happened. Need to update you on it and start getting more current on these vlogs because things are going to start progressing. So things have been moving along over here. I am now 24 weeks pregnant, and we know a lot of information about this baby now. And yeah, things are going well. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. Things I found out. Okay, so on week 20, which was 5 weeks after the last video, I went in for my ultrasound to find out the baby's sex and make sure all the organs were okay and everything was good. And organs are all good, everything was healthy, but the baby crossed the legs. You could not see genitals at all. And they were kind of sitting in this like lotus, like Om position and not moving at all. The baby, not just the one. And the baby was not like showing us any parts. So my doctor wasn't too concerned with it. Kind of the main point of that whole scan is to make sure the anatomy is good, like everything organ-wise is developing correctly. So he didn't feel the need to do another ultrasound until 30 weeks. So we decided that a couple days later we were going to do an optional ultrasound at a medical clinic that's nearby that does ultrasounds for optional ultrasounds, and it was only $150, so it wasn't too bad. We figured we'd try it one more time, and if the baby wasn't going to show us, the baby wasn't going to show us, and that's all there is to it. When we went in, the baby did the cross-leg thing again, and the stubborn little thing, and the doctor, the bed basically is flat, and my feet are over here, my head's over here. She basically had to tip my head all the way down and my legs all the way up, and basically tip me upside down to get the baby to roll and show us their parts. And we found out it's a girl. It is a girl. And we're naming her Stella Grace. And it was pretty much immediate after that we kind of decided on that name. We have been floating around a couple of other names like Ellie and Ella, and ultimately we were looking for something that was a little bit less popular than Ellie and Ella but kind of had the same feel. So Stella was perfect because it's just a st in the front, but it's unique enough. And there's only been 3 or 4 Stellas in the last few years at my doctor's office, so that means that this area doesn't have that name as popular. So Stella is 24 weeks now, and she is the size of cantaloupe. Yeah, I actually bought one of these suckers. This is pretty substantial. The last fruit I think I was holding was an orange. Bigger than an orange. This is as big as my face. Really, really big. She's getting real big. I think this is more of like a weight comparison because my other app says that she's the size lengthwise of an ear of corn, which is actually a little bit taller than this. So I think that's just more like a weight girth representation, but we'll see. Some other things that happened at today's appointment. Sorry, the dog. Today I had a doctor's appointment and it reminded me of you guys, so I had to like do the video update. But I did a doctor's appointment where I was supposed to just do a checkup for 24 weeks, sorry, pregnancy brain. And I had not yet heard Stella's heartbeat. For the longest time, she was kind of sitting behind the placenta, very, very low, very, very back, and she wasn't big enough to really detect the heartbeat. And that's been like the same thing all through the whole time. Last time I tried to hear it was like 22 weeks. So I was expecting to not hear it again, and usually what the doctor does is pull her up on the screen and make sure that the heart is beating on the screen and everything is good. Well, now that she's the size of a cantaloupe, she can't really have anywhere else to go. So she got detected, and I got to hear her heartbeat, and it was perfect. And the doctor, it was very short, very quick. He was in a hurry because he had just gotten out of surgery. But he said that the heartbeat was good and that everything checked out and my uterus is right where it's supposed to be at this point. I heard a noise. Okay. Oh, it's a dog. Okay. There's a dog next door barking. Anyway, so that's that. The heartbeat was all good. Also, I did my glucose test, so you'll see my little Band-Aid here. We had to drink this like sugary drink. I'm sure you guys, if you're pregnant or have been pregnant, did it during your 24 to 28 weeks. But basically, it's like a 10-ounce container of like flat orange soda, basically. It tastes like flat orange soda that somebody grabbed a container of sugar of and just kind of threw sugar in there, and you have 5 minutes to drink it, so you don't get to like gradually drink it. You have to drink it fast. So I just chugged it down in like 1 or 2 minutes, like pretty fast, and then I booked it down to the lab place, and they made me wait an hour, and then they took my blood, and then hopefully it's not inconclusive because nobody told me I wasn't supposed to drink any water to get the taste in my mouth, and I drank like 2 gulps of water. And she told me that it could dilute the test, and I have to maybe do it again. So hopefully that's not the case, and we can just find out if I have gestational diabetes or not. Fingers crossed I don't, because there's a lot of work involved in that. Other than that, life has been crazy. I got promoted at work, kind of. And I work in advertising, and I'm getting a bigger area for my advertising that I've been covering. So basically what I've been covering for somebody who quit 6 months ago, I've been covering his area too, and they gave me both areas, which means more money because I get more commission, which is great for the baby, but it's been keeping mama busy, and I have just been a rock star at work. It's been crazy. Other than that, also I've been trying to look for a new place to live because we decided that daycare is too expensive with this baby. Our area charges like $1,000 a month for newborn care, and that's a pretty much constant at every daycare you'll go to around here, and I couldn't find anything cheaper, and that's just way too much to spend on daycare. Like at that point, you're kind of working to pay for daycare. So my mom doesn't work, and she's volunteered to kind of watch the baby during the day, and the only problem is she's about 45 minutes away, and we live far away. So we decided that we would move to a nearby town of hers. So she's only going to be 10 to 15 minutes away, and we can commute the rest of the way here. So about 30-minute commute every day for us. And that's been crazy because we have to find a place, and we also need to find a place for our dog. We have a pretty large dog. He's like 90 pounds. And he needs to find, I need to find a place for him where he can go outside and kind of run off some steam when the baby's here, because we can't play with him as much as we used to, and he's not going to be able to be indoors as much as he used to. So we were looking for a place that had outdoor space as well as like some garage space for when it gets cold or when it gets hot, that we can put him away from the temperatures that are too high or too cold. If it's cold, we can give him blankies and get dog bed going, and then if it's hot, we put fans in there and have a doggy door if he wants to get out of the garage if it gets too hot in there. So we ended up finding a perfect place actually today, and we haven't signed the lease yet, but I put money down, and she's reserving it for us until October. And been planning my baby shower. My baby shower is on October 11th. I decided to help my mom plan. So my mom and I are kind of planning the shower together, and she's been helping me like with games and all this stuff and like what to register for. It's been a lot planning. And also on top of all that, if there's not enough there, and growing a human, I also have been trying to put together my maternity leave for work. And you wouldn't think that would be hard, but it actually is really, really complicated. And when I get it approved later this week, I'm going to try to make a video next week going over what I did for maternity leave and like the options I presented to HR for you working women, because it's quite, at least in California, there's a lot of complicated protection acts for jobs and different kinds of pays for leave, and it's just really complicated setting it all up. And I was able to break it down into a calendar, and should it get approved, it's pretty simple to follow for most of you guys. So I can probably share that and put it on my blog. But yeah, that's been that. As far as pregnancy symptoms go, I have been having a major case of pregnancy brain, like really forgetting stuff all the time. I have been peeing a lot at night, like 5 to 6 times at night. And then a lot during the day as well. And I drink a lot of water because I'm always thirsty. And also, I got my hunger back. I used to only snack on certain things. Now I'm starting to eat really rounded out meals. I'm starting to be able to introduce vegetables again, like really start eating a little bit healthier. But I've also been giving into some cravings. One of my biggest cravings, it used to be that I didn't like ice cream at all. The texture was making me nauseous. But now something turned where I'm okay with strawberry ice cream. Not sure why. I go to DQ, Dairy Queen, and I have them make me a chocolate covered strawberry blizzard, which actually is not on the menu. And what they do is they'll take a strawberry like ice cream, and then they'll stir it like a blizzard and put hard shell in there, and it's so good. It's so good. So I indulge in one of those every once in a while, but not too often. Weight gain has been steady. My doctor's happy with it. I am back to my original weight before I lost weight. So if you guys follow this channel, I lost like almost 20 pounds before I conceived Stella, and I'm back at where I was basically before I lost the weight. So I've gained 16 pounds since I discovered I was pregnant, and my doctor thinks that that's pretty steady. I shouldn't gain more than probably 10 to 12 more pounds this whole time, so I'll be right around 30. So that's where he kind of puts me as weight gain that's healthy. Obviously, listen to your body, but he's kind of, he's open to whatever. He just makes sure that, I had the glucose test to make sure I don't have gestational diabetes, but he's not too concerned because I'm eating healthy. I'm doing the best I can, drinking lots of water, and I did lose all that weight beforehand, so I'm not putting any extra stress in my body. This pretty much is what my body looked like before, minus a very poofed out stomach. So again, I will show you my tummy. Don't think I have anything else to cover, but I will try to do these videos more often so I can have more of a week by week. Sorry about that. So just for reference, before I stand up and show you my belly, this is the size of Stella, and she should be a little bit more in the height situation, but she's starting to get this heavy, which is about a pound. So I think this is a little bit heavier than a pound, but she's like a pound basically is what I'm reading on all my apps. And yeah, she's starting to stick out a little bit. So I'm 24 weeks, that's in the 6th month. So I will show you my 6-month kind of belly. So I'm wearing yoga pants, so you'll see the line right here. But here's from the front, so you'll see it's nice and round right here. And then from the side. So it pops out a little bit. Here goes my dog. Hey you. You sit for them? Sit. Sit. Good boy. So there's that. And you can see my dog. Hi, say hi, Toby. And I hope that you guys will keep listening and keep watching. And I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.